Well, g'day DLive, and welcome back to the GivesAMinute DLive video. The GivesAMinute DLive video. That's right, it's February 1, 2021, and this is what I like to do once a month. Make a little video having a look at DLive as a platform once a month as a historical document. This is our second year doing this, second time I've done it for February, so let's go across to DLive.tv. Big changes on DLive over the last month. So let's do you know what? I guess I should address that first, right? I should address that first. So if you are aware of your historical dates, you will be you'll understand what happened earlier in January. Capitol building, storming and live streaming to DLive. So there was a bunch of reactions by DLive after this. In fact, you know what we should do? We should take a look at that as a starting point. This is historical. We should delve into this. Let's go over to the DLive community. I've got a tab here. Community DLive. Okay, so this is the response to that situation, and then we can have a look at the site. I guess this is more of a formal way of approaching this. So this is an open letter in a statement form to the DLive community, published on the 17th of January. Now, this is actually written by Charles Wayne, the CEO of DLive. So it says here, I'm going to read this out for you. It says, I want to take this opportunity to update all of you about DLive's ongoing efforts to address the issue regarding the incident that happened on the 6th of January. Before getting into the details, I want to clarify our basic position. DLive's mission is to create a value-sharing live streaming platform that empowers creators and viewers. Since our launch in 2017, we have made great progress toward that goal. Today, over 350,000 creators all around the world choose our platform to live stream. Me being one of them. We'll have a look at my channel in the other half of this video. We normally look at DLive, then we look at the GivesAMinute channel. The overwhelming majority of this content is fundamentally positive. Indeed, we estimate that over 90% of our streamers are focused on topics unrelated to the news and current events, with most of them focused on gaming being played and discussed by some of the world's most forward-thinking players. This is a critical statement right here, folks. Right here. At its core, DLive is a collaborative gaming platform. Now, I gotta plead ignorance here. Before I'd read this statement, I'd never ever heard that before once. Never heard it. At its core, DLive is a collaborative gaming platform. So if anybody tells you or asks you, hey, what's DLive all about? The simple answer is it's a collaborative gaming platform. For all the while I've been promoting DLive, I've been saying it's kind of like an alternative to YouTube. It's a smaller field, so you stand out more, you got a chance to grow a community, your community can get rewarded. The simple way to answer it is, at its core, DLive is a collaborative gaming platform. I mean, I don't game, so yeah, there you go. Among the 10% or less who are discussing news and current events in their live streams, the majority are doing so in ways that are compliant with the law and within our community guidelines, which expressly prohibits hate speech. Together with the viewers who come to the platform, these creators have built a community in which everyone is rewarded for their participation and contribution thanks to the transformative power of blockchain technology. Instead of a centralized corporation hoarding the lion's share of the value of creators' work, on DLive, rewards appropriately flow to creators and to viewers, with DLive taking a relatively modest share. Now, I don't want to dig too deep into this at this particular juncture. I think we did look at that last month. I will just refresh quickly. Also, a small update. So the staking rewards have been greatly reduced by twofold. There's two reasons why that happened, and you'll see why in a second, but I'll jump the gun and let you know. DLive removed these streamers from the platform. So the big people earning the big donations, they're the ones that were broadcasting this crap at Capitol Hill, and so they're gone. So therefore, we don't earn because we were earning a percentage of what they were earning. So if they're not earning, we're not earning. So we're not earning. And then to add further to that, the percentage of that percentage that we're earning is far, far, far greatly reduced. Long story short, I've been a staker and a Lino staker and a BTT staker. I've been investing back into the platform from the day I came here. I've been backing it. Just last week, I unstaked my BTT from DLive. So I had 29 million BTT staked. I've left 1 million in and I've taken 28 mil out, and I'm going to look elsewhere. The reason that is the case is because of these changes. So that's personal. That's what happened. February or January 2021, I unstaked from DLive. In this vision of a decentralized, creator-driven community, there is no place for lawbreakers, those who would incite violence or would disseminate hate speech, including in service of repugnant ideas like white supremacism. Like many, that's a quote by the look of it, being that it's in italics. Like many internet platforms, DLive works to preserve an open environment for free expression, even of views we might not personally agree with. At the same time, we are committed to enforcing all applicable laws and upholding our community guidelines. That's fair, right? That's completely fair. We know that. That's what we play with when we come here, so this is good. On the 6th of January 2021, a number of individuals may have broken the law and certainly violated our guidelines when they used DLive to live stream their participation in the assault on the US Capitol building. That's very, very well worded, that paragraph. On January 6, 2021, a number of individuals may have broken the law. DLive isn't saying you guys are criminals. They're saying you may have, but you definitely broke our guidelines. And when you chose to do what you did. We absolutely condemn this abuse of our service and regret that it has happened. As soon as we became aware of the situation, we acted to shut down those live streams. And since then we have, now this is what I'm referring to earlier, we have indefinitely suspended the accounts of the individuals who used DLive to live stream from the riots. The two big ones being Nick Fuentes and Baked Alaska. They were the big political streamers earning the big donations, and they're gone. So therefore we're earning less. We've suspended those individuals' access to any tokens given to them by the community members. So during those streams, if you were earning, you didn't receive. And I believe the donations went back to the donator. That's good. Today, we want to share a number of additional steps we are taking. Firstly, we have demonetized all accounts that operate in our X-Tag section. Just a little heads up, X-Tag is anything controversial, anything over a mature age, not to be confused with porno. X-Tag is not porn on DLive. X-Tag just means adult. Ironically, it just means adult content, controversial content. For those who are unfamiliar, this is the section of our site where all content that is deemed to be only appropriate for mature audiences must be placed. Today, virtually all non-gaming content lives in this section. Now, I take umbrage to that statement. Today, virtually all non-gaming content lives in that section. I'm not a gamer, and I don't X-Tag hardly ever. I mean, we have X-Tagged when we start talking politics. Someone wants to talk about Trump, whatever, we'll X-Tag. But yeah, I don't necessarily agree with this, but there it is. That's the statement. Today, virtually all non-gaming content lives in the X-Tag. Okay. Creators operating in that space will be able to stream, but not to accept any payments from community members using our reward system. So I want to clarify even a little deeper about that, because whilst you can't receive donations through DLive, lemons, ice creams, blah, 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 you can't receive any of that. You can still receive donations from your community. It's up to you to tell them how to donate, either PayPal straight up or Streamlabs donations, whatever it is. DLive are just making the separation that we're not going to provide you a way to monetize if you're X-tagged. Now, you can disagree with this, right? You can disagree with it. The point is, this has happened. We know that many legitimate creators operate in this section of our site, and we regret the impact this has on them, but we simply will not tolerate the possibility of violent extremists not only broadcasting on our platform, but potentially profiting by misusing our platform, promoting violence or illegal conduct. This action seeks to prevent that from happening, and that's a pretty sweet deal, right? They're saying, we don't want to be associated with this. We don't want to be the ones that give you the opportunity to do this. and therefore no monetization. Unfortunately, just the way this came out is a little bit sketchy, because there was a tweet that preceded this statement, and the tweet used the word temporary. So the tweet said the same kind of thing in a nutshell, but it said it was temporary. Then this letter comes out and it looks like it's permanent. Do we know whether it's permanent? No. Do I know? No. Does it look like it's going to be permanent? Sadly, from this letter, yes. I would like to think it's not a permanent move, but it looks like from this letter it could be permanent. Secondly, we have substantially expanded our moderation resources and are undertaking a thorough review of all current X-Tag accounts with significant viewership. So if you are X-tagged and you are getting big numbers, you are being watched, is what that tells me. If you are X-tagged and you are getting the numbers, you are being watched. Any account found to be violating our community guidelines will be proactively suspended for at least 7 days, and any future violations will lead to a permanent ban. That's fair enough. Thirdly, given the statements from the US law enforcement on ongoing security threats related to the January 20th inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden. Now, of course, we're recording this after Joe Biden has taken office, so this is sort of a little bit irrelevant, but for the sake of history, they'll be temporarily shutting down the operation of our site for users located in the Washington, D.C. area. So that's geofencing, right? They geofenced the DLive site to not operate on IPs that are associated with that area, which I think is pretty cool tech. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty damn cool. While we cannot control how people conduct themselves on the day, we can ensure that DLive will not be misused to incite violence, promote lawlessness, live stream illegal acts, or hate speech. I mean, that, like, you can be upset about the X-tagging, and personally I am, even though it doesn't really affect me, but you can't deny that statement is pretty clear. It's putting DLive in the right spot, right? It's saying, hey, you can do what you want on that day, but you will not do it on our site. While we cannot control how people conduct themselves, we can ensure that DLive will not be misused. So this is proactive. This is reactionary to what did happen on the riots at Capitol Hill, the break and enter. Fourth, we will cooperate with any law enforcement requests for assistance in identifying possible illegal activity that may have taken place on the platform. That's good. They've got to do that, I suppose. We are continuing to review the situation and may take further action if we conclude that it's necessary. We are in touch with our infrastructure providers, including our cloud service providers. Now, this is a direct response to Parler being temporarily or permanently now banned by Amazon, blah, blah, blah. They've obviously, DLive have thought, well, we should get in and see what's going on, with our CDNs as well as the relevant mobile app stores to address any concerns they may have, and everything seems okay there. Most importantly, we welcome the community's feedback, and I guess that's what we're doing right here, right now. This is community feedback. This is me giving my feedback through manner of a video, and therefore a record of this happening. This is the February 1st edition of the DLive GivesAMinute video, and this is what's happening. You know what? Fast forward a year from now, maybe we'll all be not even thinking about this. Maybe there'll be something bigger and better, and I got an idea of what that could be. I want to let you know that in a second, but let's just finish the story here. At the end of the day, our goal is simple: to be the collaborative, content-driven platform we were built to be. We aspire to foster a site that shows the world all the positive things that can emerge from a decentralized, creative, law-abiding community, and how technologies like blockchain can be liberating and empowering. I hope you will enjoy me in that effort. Sincerely, Charles. Now, awesome. I'm going to give a bit of applause there. That's a great response to the situation. There are points to it that sadden me, but like I said, I wonder if when we move forward to February 2022, do we even worry, like, is this even a thing? Have we moved far, far, far beyond it? I think we might. I made a little speculation that something bigger might happen here, and so I've been here since PewDiePie's video, right? 2019 April. So I've managed to see a lot go down on DLive. The changes from Lino, the changes to BTT, the changes with Justin Sun coming on board, all those changes, I've seen it all from that point on. We existed before the Baked Alaskas. We existed before the Fuentes. And by the way, can I just go on record of saying too, I don't necessarily agree or disagree with their political stances, but I've said this many times, you can't deny the ability and the community that bases themselves around these guys. Like, I recall seeing Fuentes do a stream, and it was just his intro piece, not even a stream, it was just a JPEG, a stationary JPEG, you know, saying, not Make America Great. What's his, America First. It had the America First, you know, his thing, right? And it was stream beginning soon. Basically, we're live, but I'm not here yet. I'll be here in 10 minutes. I'm getting makeup or whatever it is. Well, in that stream, it was live for under 10 minutes, right? And he'd already earned 20,000 lemon. Now, just to comparatively compare, I would stream all week and not earn 20,000 lemon. He earned 20,000 lemon in the intro to his stream, not even the stream. So you can say whatever you want about the politics and about the stance that these politically based streamers take, and you're free to have that. But I'm looking at it from a creator point of view. Holy shitballs. What can I do to facilitate a community as rad as that they will donate before I've even began? So that's that. Like, as a creator, I can't deny that, right? Can't deny that. And I earned from it. So while he was putting up his stream starting soon and getting donated, I was earning. And you were too, if you were staked. Now that's gone, we've unstaked. So I made a mention that we were here before the big political streamers, and maybe let's just speculate here. You know, YouTube is getting, let's just say YouTube is becoming less and less relevant, and there are many other alternatives these days. Who's somebody in the media with a lot of money who you know is very vocal when things don't go quite accordingly? I'll give you a clue. Starts with an E, ends with a Musk. No, wait, that's too obvious. Starts with Elon, ends with an M. Oh, that's too obvious. You know the guy, right? So let's just say, right? SpaceX launches and the NASA launches that are tied together, they're all broadcast live to YouTube, right? We love watching it. I love watching that crap. The rockets going up, the multiple angles. I love that shit. Could you imagine if Elon said, you know what? I am fed up with this absolute garbage from YouTube. I'm fed up with them suppressing my reach. I'm not suggesting they do that. I'm just saying that's what I'd be saying if it was me, but I'm not Elon Musk. But imagine he said that, and he said, and by the way, from here on in, we're looking for a new place to live stream our launches. We found a site called DLive. Now, we've heard about DLive. From here on in, we're broadcasting all of our launches on DLive exclusively. Could you imagine? And I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying something like that could happen, probably will happen, is bound to happen, the future. So with that said, let's get back to the site known as DLive.tv and have a little look how this place does look now that all the big names have gone and it's somewhat of a ghost town. So I'm not signed in here. I don't sign myself in during these monthly videos. So this is just, actually, let's refresh the page so we get a most current view. So this is just like if you were coming to DLive.tv, this is what you'd see. So if we have, oh look, far out, that's pretty cool. 2 years on DLive, Epicism. I've never seen this handle before, but they're on DLive for 2 years. Let's take a little look at Epicism.
It's exactly.
Snipers can't.
Yeah, just get out, Jerry. Good call.
So just a little let's just pause the sound there. A little aesthetic changed over the last month. If you notice, we now have the viewer count. Actually, I feel like that might have been there in January. Shit, I think that might have been there in January. Forget that. But either way, get out of there. Either way, it looks kind of sweet now. It looks kind of nice, right? The site does look good. The site looks good. The app doesn't work. That's a side story, though. We don't really look too deep into the app on these these videos. But that's Epicism. By the way, congratulations on 2 years on DLive, Epicism. At the stage that we're in here, the 1st of February, he has 1.4 thousand followers. Very nicely done. Been here for 2 years. Let's go back to the home menu and have a look who else is on the carousel. One thing I would like to see, which doesn't actually happen, you see here, this little... my head's in the way. Hang on a second. Let's get rid of my hideous head. You see this little arrow here? See my mouse? See that little arrow right there? That little arrow is how you advance across the carousel. I would love to be able to do that with the arrow keys on my keyboard. That'd be simpler to implement, right? As it stands, you've got to find that arrow. You got to make sure you're on it, or you can click just on front of the. Yeah, you can click on the other thing as well. But yeah. Hont Tony is up on the carousel with 91 viewers. Let's go and have a look at Hont Tony. Hont Tony.
How we're saying it and we're so disrespectful.
Okay.
The same.
Well, yeah. Before that, then I didn't hear that. Before that, he tried to say it was nothing to do with green, and that situation.
Okay, I've no idea what's going on here. That's obviously a game. As of the 1st of February, Truly a No Life has 4.82 thousand followers. Yeah, congrats on that number, Truly a No Life. Let's go back to the carousel. That's this way. This one is Slider.
She's a great A student.
Slider 1611. No stranger to my streams. Hello, Slider.
Brother that went in after me, before me. My older brother. He was a right dickhead. Caused loads of trouble, blah blah blah. So when I went in, I was classed as like this fucking nobody. So it weren't nice. I had all the shit that my brother caused.
So it looks like it's
expected me to do all the fucking
a panel
stuff,
discussion
blah, blah,
here,
blah.
but there's 2 people missing.
In my family, so it was my mum, my
Can't really hear that.
aunties, my uncle, my older sister, and me. So there's 6 of us that all had roughly the same teachers. Plus some of my I think it was like 3 of my
Let's
cousins
pause
that-
Slider there. Oh, crikey. Slider's been live for 10 hours? Shit. 10-hour stream. Crikey. And as of the 1st of February 2021, Slider 1611 has 1.9k followers. Congrats on that one, Slider. Let's go back and check the next slot on the carousel. Truly a No Life. This is Slider, and this is
Warlord. Who wants
Fate Harmer.
eat the muti? He wants to eat the It is my time now. I get your power. I eat your
I really liked District 9. That one was really good.
Deutschland über alles.
I can't remember the name of the director. He's one of these
und
guys that I had high hopes for because District 9 was done on a shoestring budget, and it was like legitimately interesting and like well done. And then he made
this is a
like
podcast
Chappie and Elysium.
Oh, that was horrible.
We never watched Chappie, but you, for some reason.
Okay, so that's a podcast. I mean, fair point. There is a podcast menu, so you can certainly stream a podcast. Yeah, and that's why the graphic doesn't change, because it's an audio podcast. But as of the 1st of February 2021, Fate Harmer has 1.17k followers. Been streaming there for 47 minutes. Let's go back to the last slot on the carousel, I think. That's Epicism, Truly a No Life, Slider 1611, Fate Harmer, and Lost Girl 98. Let's take a look at Lost Girl. Okay. Is this a movie? That's a game, surely. Holy shit, games are looking good these days. That's a game. But that's pretty interesting graphics. Okay. Okay, well, there you go. Ooh, kissy kiss. That doesn't look real. Everything before they actually touched looked really interesting and convincing, but that kiss just looked like 2 pieces of plastic going... Well, there you go, folks. I guess that's the opening scenes to a game. Lost Girl, as of the 1st of February 2021, she has 759 followers. She's been live for 3 hours and 52 minutes. Maybe I caught the... Yeah, I don't know what that is, folks, but maybe that's a movie. Is that a... Either way, folks, there you go. Lost Girl. Oh, you lost me, girl. Epicism, Truly a No Life, Slider 1611, Fate Harmer, Lost Girl 98, and there we go, Epicism. So we're back to the front of the carousel. So if you do notice to the recommended feed over here, unfortunately, the numbers here are very, very little. So 3 viewers watching, 16 viewers watching, and 2 viewers watching. Back in the day, a month ago when we had the big political streamers, those numbers would be like in the thousands. And when I saw that, I'm not making any excuses here. When I saw those numbers, I was like, great, we're all earning. This is great. This is really good. And it was really good. Not so good anymore. But I want to just alert you to the crypto streams as well, because this still looks like an issue to me. Fat Pig Signal, unfortunately, is just a ticker stream. And I'm a huge fan of the cryptocurrency streams. We've been doing them myself. I don't think this is the way to do it on DLive. I don't think this should be promoted. It's just a ticker. It's been live for 9 hours. Nothing against Fat Pig Signal. He's a big supporter of mine in my channel, but I just don't think this should be promoted cryptocurrency streams. Bob DeBum, cryptocurrency's got 9 viewers. Looks like he's just got a website on stationary there. Bit Party, 3 viewers. Another ticker stream. DLive DJ with 2 viewers. These are all in crypto, folks. What's going on here? Alright, so just advertising, kill Dogecoin. Dogecoin popped quite a lot over the weekend and now everyone's upset. AF Assault. Incent drop codes live. See, I would just say that shouldn't be a thing, but it is a thing. Yeah. I'm loving the crypto streams that we've been doing. You know what we should do? Let's take a little look at the GivesAMinute channel, folks. Let's go over here. Let's search for GivesAMinute. Actually, I can just put it in up here, can't I? Bam skitty, GivesAMinute. This is how we conclude the stream here, folks. We'll take a look at the stats as well, though. I gotta take a look at the stats. So my stream is broadcasting a rerun, which is what usually happens when I'm not live. Interestingly, there is no play. Oh, there you go. Took a little while to get on. Oh, this was
on the
fun.
upside, folks. The rain seems like it's sort of stopping. We're not going to go back outside, though. There's nothing to see out there, right? Why would we? Even if it stopped entirely, there's nothing to see.
I'll just talk over myself there, but what we're doing there is IRL streaming, and it came down with a huge storm. That's inside my van. Somebody thought that was inside a boat, in the hull of a boat. That's actually inside my van, and it was big storm with, just before that, about an hour before, there was big lightning coming behind me, and it was really cool. And what I'm really enjoying, the IRL, now that I've got my IRL backpack and my streaming from Steve Van stuff tied together, I can go out and drive and then go somewhere else and do a stream from where the cars or where the van's parked. Before, there was a very distinct separation. If you did an IRL stream from Steve Van, you couldn't then just get the gear and go out, because it was all, because I used to take my laptop and have it all permanently set up. Now it's just my backpack and off I go, and I'm really loving it. I'm really enjoying crypto IRL streams and crypto. I'm loving the crypto streams. But if you noted there, folks, I've managed to nail quite a few followers in this month. I'm up to 6,506.57k followers. So thank you everybody who's followed the GivesAMinute channel in the last month. I really appreciate that. We've got 4 people watching. People are watching my streams when I'm not live. That's one is me right now, and the 3 others are watching. We got replays up in the house here, and I always keep my replays up. I was going to talk about the incident. No, I won't touch on that. This video is already quite lengthy. Oh, crikey, we're going to the half-an-hour mark. Shit, I guess it was a big month. It has been a big month on DLive, but a big thing's happened to me as well, and I guess I'm not going to talk about it, right? I'm not going to talk about it. We'll just leave it at that in terms of my channel. But I do want to have a look at the statistics page. So if we go over here and go to stats.tidylabs, because last month this didn't work, this website. It is on a slow server, so it does take a while to load. Okay, so it's loaded there. So if we go down here and look at the the top categories in the last 30 days. So the top category is news, to the tune of 8.7 million viewers. So when that letter before, just to refresh, when this letter said, where is it? It says this paragraph here, the overwhelming majority of this content is fundamentally positive. Indeed, we estimate that 90% of our streamers are focused on topics unrelated to news and current events. 90% of our streamers are focused on topics unrelated to news and current events, but this is completely not what we're seeing in the stats. Literally, the top category in the last 30 days, which would include, right, incident days, 8.7 million people watching the news versus 4.4 million watching chatting, coming in second place, then podcast 2.5, then other at 1.5, and then the first instance of a game, Grand Theft Auto 5, at 1.4 mil. So when this statement, or when this letter read, we're a collaborative, at its core, DLive is a collaborative gaming platform, the statistics say the complete opposite. However, don't forget that the statistics have to roll over, because this is the last 30 days. So maybe March 1, when we have a look at these statistics, maybe that'll be a different story. But right now, that is saying the opposite of what this letter says. I noted that when I first read the letter, and I went in and had a look at the statistics. That's a difficult word to say sometimes, statistics. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have a quick look at the GivesAMinute channel. Let's get rid of my hideous head here, like that, and then go up here to GivesAMinute. I spelt that wrong. And this will open this up, and it might take a little while. There you go. So user GivesAMinute, let's click that, and this is when this page sometimes takes a little while. So we'll just wait patiently. Hey, by the way, thank you for, well, if you are enjoying the content, I guess, you know what, I put these on YouTube as well. I put these up on YouTube, but I do it the year later. So it looks like it's, today's video that went up on YouTube was DLive on February 1, 2020. People might be confused as to why that's gone up on February 2021. It's just how I do it. But if you are enjoying this content, either on DLive or on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share this video share this video with all your friends, help promote the channel, GivesAMinute. Could be on DLive, could be on YouTube, just promote the shizzle. Speaking of which, and while we wait for that to load, I've been restreaming a lot lately. So what I've been doing with my restream is teasing everybody with a half an hour touch, if you like. So for the first half hour of a stream, I will restream it to everywhere. Currently, I'm using all my Facebooks. So I've got my personal Facebook, my photography Facebook, and my GivesAMinute Facebook. Then I've got my YouTube GivesAMinute. I've got my Trovo channel GivesAMinute. I've got my just remembered something about Trovo we didn't speak about. I've got my Twitch GivesAMinute channel, I've got Picato GivesAMinute channel, and I've got Bitwave GivesAMinute channel. And I stream for half an hour at the beginning, restream, and I promote it by saying, everybody, you got to come across to dlive.tv/GivesAMinute, otherwise you won't see the stream in its entirety. Then we cut that and we just do the stream on DLive. So that's what I've been doing with restream, and it's kind of working. I guess that's why my numbers are going up, right? People are coming over from those restreams. This didn't work last month. I think this is where it kind of fails, doesn't it? Bam! Well, we can't look at that again this month, folks. That sort of sucks. It failed again. I've been very careful too by making sure my categories are accurate and putting, whenever I change to music during a cap game, I'll change to the category, but we can't look at it. One thing just reminded me when I said the word Trovo, I thought we could address some situation that's going down, but I feel like there's no real need to address a situation that's going to naturally dissolve itself or dissipate, right? So we're talking very surface level here. We're talking about a streamer who was banned from DLive, who is now doing everything and anything in their power to see DLive's demise, which is very, very sad. But I guess when you're upset, you act kind of out of passion. You act kind of a little bit, maybe you're not acting the way you would normally act. And at the point we're at, February 1, 2021, it seems like it's just a constant dig to make DLive look bad. We don't really need that. The DLive in the media, the DLive already looks bad without having an ex-streamer slam the place. Would I go out like that? No, I would focus my time trying to build something somewhere else. But if the thing you're building is just based on tearing something else down, I don't know. I wonder, again, these are documented videos to sort of be able to look back on in the future, but I just wonder if in 5 months from now, 6 months from now, we'll be like, oh really? Yeah, I remember that. That's all finished. Can I curse now? How long we've been on this video long enough? Thank fuck that's finished, right? Like, thank fuck we've moved on from that, because what's the benefit to? Well, I don't want to speak on anyone's behalf. I just thought I'd mention that happened, and it's ongoing. And will it last forever? No. And then when we move past it, we'll all be in a better place. But folks, I hope you enjoyed this little look, which is the longest look we've had. It's been a busy month, into DLive on February 1, 2021. I'll see you on the next live stream. Live stream? Oh yeah, this comes in a bit later. I'll see you on the next live stream. Crikey.